Hello, traders, and welcome to the market opening preview on a Friday, NFP Day, June 3rd, 2016. Traders, great to be with you, coming to you live from Thailand. Cloudy skies, rain, thunder. No beach today, my friends. It is ugly outside. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Please come visit our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, great to be with you on a Friday. NFP, Friday non-farm payrolls coming out. ADP numbers came out yesterday. Good. And we'll talk about that in just a moment. Traders, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday, and I'm your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, yes, I do record this during the Asia session. Traders, currently 8:09 in Thailand in the morning, and it is currently 21:10 on Wall Street. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006 and 2008. I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, I trade the Forex markets every day. In Asia now in my 9th year, and I came here for a 2-3 month holiday, and well, I'm here still. And it's absolutely wonderful. The time zone is great. The people are great. The food's great. Weather's great. I don't know. No complaints. All good. I do trade the markets every day, Monday through Friday, and I do trade all 3 sessions. I only about 2.5 hours in the New York session, just because it gets close to that 11 p.m. mark, and that's about it for me. No, I don't sit in front of my computers that whole time. That's because of modern technology and iPads and iPhones and stuff like that. I can follow my trades. However, I do enter my trades from my computers in my office, because I need multiple screens to see what's going on before I enter a trade. So how do I do that? Well, I listen to fundamentals. I pay for news feed, and I listen to fundamentals all day long. I need to know what's going on around the globe, right? We need to know what's happening out there, because it affects our trades. Depending on what trading pairs you're in, data from that country can affect your trade. So you need to know what's happening. And to be honest with you, it's quite fun to know stuff that's happening around the world. I just find it very interesting myself. However, I'm a technician. I love charts. I love candlestick patterns, support, resistance, price action, price structure, price failure, price levels. You know, there's price levels on a charts that just always have a reaction, like the double zeros, the 5 O's, the 2 O's, and the 8 O's, right? Those are levels on my charts I always pay attention to, because they just always seem to be relevant somewhere down the line. And I use a Fibonacci tool quite a bit. On my live charts, you will see I do use 3 exponential moving averages, 200, 55, and a 10 moving average. I put these two together, I come up with an analysis, and then I make a trade plan. And once I make my trade plan, I set it, and I'm a pullback trader, so I want the currency pair to make the move and then pull back to give me an opportunity to enter into the trade following the trend. And that's how I trade. So I'm always waiting for that pullback. And if price doesn't come back, guess what? I don't take the trade. We have 41 currency pairs that we can choose from. I can always go to a different pair, or just do not trade, and that's okay. Not trading is okay, right? All right, that's just a little bit about me and how I trade on this busy Friday. Let's get a move over to our legal stuff. This is our risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, most importantly, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Okay, capital preservation is the key to this game, and you have to be able to open up your platform the next day and trade. So capital preservation is so important. Know what your drawdown is, know what your risk is before you enter a trade. And always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's head on over to news and commentary. Let's start off with the markets. I watched the New York Open, and I was in the New York session for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and the markets were down. And they were all in the red, and I was currently surprised when I was up at 5:30 in the morning in Thailand, and the Dow 30 is up 0.27%, the S&P 500 is up 0.28%, the Nasdaq's up 0.39%, with the small cap 2000 is up 0.79%. What a difference 6 hours makes. Unbelievable. The DAX, let's head over to the Eurozone. The DAX closed up 0.03%, where the FTSE 100 closed negative 0.10%. The CAC 40 out of Paris was negative 0.21%. And the Eurostoxx 50 was negative 0.06%. Traders, let's come on over to Asia. Now, it's about a half hour early, so some of the markets are not open yet in Asia. However, the Nikkei 225 is currently trading at positive 0.40%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is currently trading positive 0.26%. The China A50 is not trading yet, and it closed negative 0.14%. And what do we have? The Shanghai is positive 0.33%, with the Hang Seng that is not open yet, and it closed positive 0.47%. And the Kospi out of Seoul, which is currently trading, closed negative, or is currently trading negative 0.17%. Traders, let's go over to the economic calendar today. Yes, it is the big day today. Not a lot of news other than what I would say is the big one, and that is non-farm payrolls that comes out in the New York session later in the day. There is no high impact news until we get into the London session, where we have the Great British Pound House Services PMI today for the month of May. Its consensus is 52.5. Previous was 52.3. Okay. And let's see that. Then we have the U.S. session, where we have a lot of data coming out. But, of course, the big one is the non-farm payrolls. They're expecting 164. Previous was 160. And then we have unemployment rate, which is 4.9%. Previous was 5.0%. So they're expecting unemployment to come down a little bit. And then, of course, we have we've got some data out of Canada, but that's medium impact. And, wow, late today we have ISM non-manufacturing PMI for May in the U.S. session. So quite a full day today. We have FOMC Bernard speaks today. It'll be 12 noon on Wall Street. It'll be 23:30 hours in Thailand. So it'll be 12:30 in the afternoon on Wall Street. It'll be 11:30 p.m. in Thailand. So the big one is NFP and unemployment, and that's what we're going to watch out for today. I expect the market's probably going to dry up today, probably about an hour before London lunch. If you can get a trade in, you're going to get your trade in before that. You want to be out of your trades before the end of London lunch, right? An hour to 2 hours, maybe even 3 hours before this data comes out. We want to be out of our trades. And if we're not break even, you have to make a choice, whether just to get out or just to move your stop really tight. So if this NFP affects your trade and the market goes against you, you're not going to take a big loss. So those are some of the decisions you'll have to make today as you go through your trading day. The big thing again is Brexit. As we get closer to this vote, we're going to find that the volatility in the Great British Pound is just going to be really rampant. And, they have polls out every day, and every day is a different poll number. So, as we get closer, it's just going to get a little bit more and more crazy. I saw about oil. Oil dipped yesterday, got down to $48 and like 78 cents or something like that. And, however, it was up at the close of the New York session yesterday. It was like $49.80. So just hovering at that $50 a barrel level. OPEC met yesterday, and OPEC did not resolve anything. They did not come up with any kind of limits for production or anything like that. But I did watch the news, which I have to be honest with you, most of the time I do not. I did watch the news, and the comments from the OPEC members coming out of their meeting yesterday was pretty positive. They seemed like they were pretty much all on track of what they're expecting. They're pretty satisfied with $50 a barrel. They do want to get to $80 a barrel. So the attitude was a lot more positive than the last OPEC meeting 2 months ago, and that's a good sign. So I think there will be a solution and a cap of oil production probably at the next OPEC meeting. I think everybody's pretty much on board, including Iran, even though they make like they're not. They were pretty positive at the end of the OPEC meeting yesterday. All right, that's my commentary for today. So it's a NFP day. It's probably going to be a slow day till the numbers come out. Be very careful on your trade entries. And, like I said, 2 hours before the data release, I would be out of your trades. All right, let's hit the charts. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. Wow, this worked out absolutely great yesterday. Huh? Sideways, New York, bam, took it out, and down she came. I think that big candle with the big spikes on that candle there, that whipsaw candle right there, I think that was during ECB President Draghi speaking yesterday. So I think that's what that is. He made some pretty crazy comments, nothing that he didn't make the last time. So he's pretty much in line. He's pretty concerned about inflation, and but he didn't put any kind of forecast on it, which has surprised me a little bit. So the euro's reacted, right? So the euro continues to weaken. We're now at 11.55. 52, and I'm looking for a pullback. I had to put a fib on this, to find out where I wanted to get in this. I didn't like the 61.8 fib, but it's all right at 11.75, and we're just going to take this all the way down to 11.17. So, we have a nice 60 pip trade here, but we need this pullback. I really don't want to do anything with current prices right now. We don't have enough pips till we get to that S1 pivot at 11.25, and I really don't want to only have 18 pips or 17 pips on a trade. Risk to reward is just not worth it. Where's your stop got to be? Well, folks, your stop's got to be above the daily pivot point, right? You got to give this room to breathe, and you have a 200 exponential moving average right above price right now. So we want to sell this, but we want to pull back to the 618 with confirmation. So we want to retest, and we want nice, big, bearish candles, and we'll sell the euro dollar. All right, let's take a look at the pound. As I said, as we get closer to Brexit, this will get more volatile. However, it is very, very weak. Not much change from yesterday. You can see it's pretty much in a sideways price action. These candles are small and wimpy and not doing very much. I'm looking for that pullback, and maybe today we'll get it. But back to the 4,500 area, like 44.90 would be a really nice price to get in this, and we just sell it. And that would be right below the R2 reversal pivot point and the 200 exponential moving average. And we'll get out at 1.4395. So, this is over a 150 pip trade here if we can get this baby to work for us. And let's see what we can do here. But I wouldn't keep my hopes up. But we do have data coming out in the London session for the pound, so there's a good chance we can make our targets. Okay, Aussie dollar. Still, in the bearish mode. It's been for years, hasn't changed any. And we're at a crazy spot here. We're at support. And we'll see what this is going to do. I put two entries here. I want this to pull back up to the R1 at the 0.7262 price level and then sell it. The second option is I put a trend line on the chart, and it's only a two-touch trend line. But we got to get below this 255 in daily pivot point, and then we'll get in it at 0.7225. I prefer the first entry. I prefer the R1. Let this pull back up to the R1, and then we'll sell it. This to me looks like this is going to be very hard to accomplish on this Aussie dollar to get this trade at this 0.7225. And then we'll just have to watch it from there. So I don't have a take profit area because I don't know where I'm entering at. I don't know exactly what's going on. So, I'm bearish. I know that, and I know I want to sell this. The entry is going to be really tricky today on the Aussie dollar. But we just hope we get this pullback. No data in Asia today, so nothing's going to be released there. Here's a Euro Aussie. This is again one of my favorite pairs to trade, and it's just muggling around now. But the nice part is from yesterday, it is back below the 200 exponential moving average, and the 10 moving average is right above price. So I sort of like this trade. This is a trade that you can probably enter now at 1.5429, and we'll get out at 1.5300, 5305 or something like that. And that'll be the S2 reversal pivot point. So, great trade. I think this is a great trade plan, and we'll just see how it works as the euro weakens. But the problem here is, if you think about it, traders, what going against week, right? But this pair moves. That's the amazing thing. This pair really does move, and it trades over 130 pips a day. So when it's in its move, it does it very well. So we'll keep an eye on that today. Let's take a look at the euro yen. Not much, still bearish. Has been for a long time. I do like the angle and separation of these EMAs. Look at how far apart they are. Really nice angle and separation on these moving averages. However, I want a pretty aggressive pullback to this all-1 at 122.43, and we'll get out at 121.13. I know I'm wishing for a lot here, but we just need couple of candles to the upside and get as close to that R1 entry level and then sell it. I don't want to sell it here. The 10 moving average is below price, and we're coming up on support as I have marked on the chart, and that's why we want to get out at 121.13. So not too crazy about this right at the moment. I said it yesterday, but it did drop off kind of nicely yesterday, and it took a while. It took you into the New York session to make your pips yesterday on this trade. All right, let's look at the New Zealand dollar. Again, nothing. This pair has been sideways now for almost 3 days and really has done absolutely nothing. So I don't have a trade plan for you. I'll be honest with you. I'm bearish. My bias is to the downside, and I want to sell this. And I would sell it below the daily pivot point in the 55. The issue is you're coming right into the 200 exponential moving average 20 pips after that. So not really comfortable with the New Zealand dollar and the New Zealand US dollar at this present time. So we're just going to leave this pair alone, and we'll look at it again on the next Asia session, which is Sunday night on Wall Street, and it is Monday morning in Thailand. All right, traders, only 1 minute over today. Traders, thank you for joining me this week. It's been great to be with you. On behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I want to thank you again. And please come visit our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, a lot on the platform. You can always look at maybe a new strategy like binary options. You can all get that information on our website, and go check it out. It's adventurous, it's new, and it's exciting. So just a lot of education, and of course all of the videos are on the website, and you can watch all my videos for the past week, 2 weeks, or 2 years. They're all there. All right, traders, have a great weekend, and always remember to trade smart and not hard. Be careful, it is NFP Friday. Traders, have a great weekend. We'll catch you next time. See you now. Bye-bye.